as we remain standing, I would request our Principal Secretary, Public Health, to lead us in a word of prayer.
Let us pray. We gather to serve the public good. Grant us clarity of mind, steadiness of purpose, and respect in our debate. May integrity guide our decisions, transparency and public trust, and cooperation lead us to sustainable outcomes. Let our work today advance fairness, opportunity, and shared prosperity. Give us the humility to listen, the courage to choose responsibly, and the patience to seek common ground. Help us to align our resources with urgent needs, steward public funds with care, and measure success by the well-being of the people and the health of our communities. May our dialogue be candid and civil, and our analysis and our outcomes just and sustainable. We pray this in Jesus' name.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We may take our seats. Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Professor Kithure Kindiki, Your Excellencies, the governors and deputy governors present, the cabinet secretaries present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to call Dr. Langa, the head of IBEC, to come and constitute this congregation, and also welcome the Chief of Staff.
Excellency Deputy President, I am the chair of IBEC. I want to read the statutory citations for the 28th ordinary session of IBEC. Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and the Chairman of IBEC, Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki, and the Chairperson of the Council of Governors, the Honorable Ahmed Abdullahi, the Cabinet Secretary is present, Excellency Governors, Principal Secretary is present, the Controller of Budget, the Chairperson Commission on Revenue Allocation, the Auditor General, Excellency Deputy Governors, CCs were here, and all the protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, guided by Article 62 and 189 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, and pursuant to Section 187(2) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council is the body established by law to provide a platform for consultation and cooperation between the two levels of government. Your Excellency, the Deputy President and members of IBEC, I have perused the various provisions of the law relating to convening today's meeting, this meeting, and wish to state that the IBEC meeting convened today, the 29th of September 2025, is legally convened and has the requisite quorum as per the Public Finance Management Act 2012. The meeting may therefore proceed and conduct its business. With your permission, Your Excellency, kindly allow me to recognize the council members by delegation. And I want to begin, just when I mention the delegation, kindly be upstanding. I want to begin by the team from the National Treasury. Just be upstanding for recognition. Thank you. I want to recognize the team from the Office of the Controller of Budget. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize the delegation from the Commission on Revenue Allocation. Thank you. The State Department of Devolution, the Council of Governors Secretariat. Thank you. I also want to recognize the County Executive Committee members for Finance and Planning, be upstanding, just for recognition. I also want to recognize the ministries that are here. I want to recognize the ministry from the team from the Ministry of Health. We have a big team. I want to recognize the team from the Ministry of Industry and Trade that are here. I want to recognize the Office of the Auditor General that is represented here. kindly be upstanding. Thank you so much. Again, with your permission, Your Excellency, allow me to just ask the members of this front row here to conduct a self-introduction, and I want to ask that the mic be passed over quickly because we are running on time. I forgot the delegation from the Parliament, the National Parliament, Senate, and the National Assembly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Deputy President, and members present. My name is Engineer Joseph Bogwa, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Roads. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, and the governors present. I'm Jambu. My name is Paul Rono, PS Agriculture.
Your Excellency, CSS governors, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Mary Mudhoni. I am the PS for Public Health and Professional Standards. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I'm Kilinch Kirago, Chairman of Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee.
Your Excellency, Kipkurichi Kwonyi is my name, CEO IGRTC.
Your Excellency, I'm Isaac Kamau, Deputy Auditor General.
Your Excellency, Governors, no protocols. So my name is Shadrach Mose, the Solicitor General. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Chair of Governors, CS Dwale. My name is Juma Mkwana, PS for Industry.
Your Excellency, my name is Adam Dwale, CS MOH.
Your Excellency, and my name is Miti Mary. I'm the CEO of the Council of Governors.
Your Excellency, my name is Benjamin Cheboy, Governor Baringo.
Your Excellency, my name is Justus Mogo, Deputy Governor, Embu County.
Your Excellency, my name is Mulomi Njuki, Governor of Tharaka County.
Your Excellency, my name is Njoro Mushiri, I'm the Deputy Governor of Nairobi City County.
Your Excellency, my name is Robert Komole, the Deputy Governor of West Pokot.
Your Excellency, my name is David Kidana, Deputy Governor Kirinyaga.
Your Excellency, my name is James Lowasa, Deputy Governor Isiolo.
Your Excellency, my name is David Cornes, the Deputy Governor Nakuru County.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It's my humble pleasure to invite the Chief of Staff. Do we still have somebody else? Oh,
Wesley Rotich, Governor Elgeyo Marakwet County.
thank you so much. Sorry, my Governor. Your Excellency, it's my humble pleasure to invite the Chief of Staff, Madam Wanjiku Wakoki, to come and make our opening remarks and invite you to chair the meeting. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, my simple task, having recognized and the established protocols, is to welcome all to the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council meeting, the 28th ordinary session. For purposes of attendance, we have a QR code where we have kept all the documents that will be used for this meeting. Kindly, you may access the same. The same should be available on your desk and will be projected as the meeting continues. Without much ado, Your Excellency, I will request that we all be upstanding as we welcome His Excellency to kindly make his remarks. Your Excellency.
Good morning, and please be seated. Thank you very much for turning up early. Welcome to the 28th ordinary session of the IBEC. And it is now tradition that this is the cornerstone of our dialogue between the two levels of government. IBEC is where we thrash out emerging issues around functions that are devolved, functions that are reserved for the national government, and also around concurrent functions that are shared between the two levels of government. And I think so far we've done a good job. Just last month, we had Katiba Day. We were looking at 15 years of implementation of this constitution. What came out quite clearly is that devolution, despite the challenges, remains the most promising character of our constitution. As we preserve and implement our constitution, we must preserve and implement devolution, because the issues that devolution was supposed to resolve are as critical as they were 15 years ago when we enacted the constitution we have today. It is about services closer to the people. It is about decisions being made at lower levels, making those decisions most legitimate. It is about the public participating in governance. It is also about dispersal of power vertically. And it is also about moving the country where it was 15 years ago with only one center of growth, which is Nairobi, where everything was decided and financed from, to creating 47 centers of growth, simultaneously spurring the growth and renewal of our country. It is that fundamental, it is that phenomenal. So we continue to reflect on the journey that we've traveled so far as a nation, the successes we've gained, or the successes we have made, the challenges we face, but we have no option because we must implement devolution. Just 2-3 things, and so that we get started. One is that intergovernmental discussions and conversations will continue for eternity. They will not end. And so once in a while, when we have an issue here where we cannot agree and we must keep on discussing, it should not look unusual. Countries like Australia have had intergovernmental disputes between the federal government and the lower level governments for nearly 200 years. Over 190 years, they are still discussing how much should go to the federal states, the constituent federal states, and how much should remain at the center many years later. And they don't agree. They still have the disputes we are having today. So those who think that we are having the discussions we are having because this concept is new must be prepared for the long haul, because these are conversations that will be with us for the longest time. The second thing I want to remark about is on the table at the moment, we have a number of things which this morning we will be getting updates on. We are implementing one of the most consequential health reform programs that I know of. What we are doing around Taifa Care is extremely consequential. Many countries have tried and abandoned providing a publicly funded universal health system. And it's even more graphic when you look at it from a developing world perspective. So Kenya has taken a very bold step, and therefore we'll be getting at some point today from our brother CSA Denduale on where we are on the implementation of Taifa Care. And of course, there are issues that we want to tidy up along that space as we continue perfecting this program. Around manufacturing, we decided also as a country to take the first step towards manufacturing. And the first step towards manufacturing is aggregation of products for industrial purposes. And that's why we have the KIPES program. Again, the Ministry for Investment, Trade and Industry, especially the State Department for Industry, will help us again canvass the progress we've made around KIPES. We have other pending matters that have been with us for some time. I'll just mention two of them. One is the issue of the costing of the transferred functions, which we must now confront and make sure that resources follow the functions that have been transferred. We must also find time this morning, in the limited time we have, to also get an update on where we are on the pending bills and see how we make progress. So, you know, the bills now, the pending bills now are at the level of 720 billion, out of which 172 billion is with the county governments. And we must confront that issue and resolve it once and for all. And it is not impossible. It is very possible, actually, to address the pending bills issue if we think innovatively. And I think national government has some lessons we've learned on a few areas on how to unlock some of these issues around pending bills. Lastly, we will also get an update from the Treasury, the National Treasury, on where we are on routine issues, including the schedule of disbursement, but also on the macroeconomic outlook, because the fundamentals of our economy must remain under vigilance throughout, because if they go wrong, everything else we are doing will scatter. Because if the foundation is interfered with, the building is likely to falter. So we'll look at the macroeconomic situation, where we are on raising revenue and funding the two levels of government. And I want to end my remarks by just reminding us, as we pursue our programs, as we pursue our programs across the two levels of government, we must look at our economy as an integrated whole, and therefore the priority policy issues that we are implementing should not be different between the national government and county governments. And the priority issues are 5. 1, we must keep the macroeconomic fundamentals stable. Inflation, price of essential commodities, including foodstuffs, issues around interest rates, issues around the cash reserve ratio, the availability of foreign exchange, issues around the strength of the Kenya shilling. The macroeconomic fundamentals must remain constant or stable. 2, we have adopted as an administration a value chain approach to rejigging the economy, revitalizing the economy, and transforming our economy. So we have value chains in agriculture, in fisheries, value chains in livestock, and therefore our interventions at both levels of government must always address how we can increase productivity of the various value chains. Number 3, these value chains, for them to have more productivity, must be supported by infrastructure. This infrastructure is the roads, it is water, it is energy, it is ICT, and the other physical facilities we are providing, the fresh produce markets, the special economic zones, the KIPES. All this infrastructure is to make sure that the value chains are enabled to be more productive, and in the end, make sure that as many people in Kenya as possible have more incomes in their pockets. Number 4, it's job creation. Everything we do must create additional jobs for more people, because we've had a situation of many years of lack of a strategy, a comprehensive strategy on job creation. And that's what has made us have a sizable youth population that both skilled and unskilled that have no opportunities. So we are very keen to make sure that we create jobs in the economy, create diaspora jobs, create jobs digitally, and all the other spaces of job creation, including unskilled jobs. There is no job that is useless. Even short-term job for one day, even casual jobs are as important, because it is better to have a short-term job than to have no job at all. Finally, of course, other than job creation, we have the social enablers that help in the transformation of the economy of the country. And here we are focusing on health. That's why we are very keen on universal health coverage, because a healthy population is a productive population, and that's how you create a wealthy nation. So the social enablers are mainly health and education. And if we put all these things together and pursue this uninterrupted, it is possible to change Kenya in our lifetime and move it from where we are to a better place. With those remarks, I want to invite my brother, the chair of the Council of Governors, to say a few things, and then we can get into the agenda of the day. Thank you very much, and thank you once more for making time.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and the Chair of IBEC, Professor Kithure Kindiki, EGH, fellow colleague governors, cabinet secretaries present, principal secretaries, heads of constitutional commissions and independent offices, CEOs present, CECs for finance, distinguished guests, participants, ladies, gentlemen. Good morning. Your Excellency, I'm honored to once again join you and my colleagues for this 28th ordinary session of IBEC, where we convene to deliberate on critical issues affecting the two levels of government in resource allocation, budgeting, performance of the economy, financial management, disbursements of funds, review of proposed legislation and policies, among other mandates of IBEC. The Council of Governors is appreciative of this critical intergovernmental relations organ and always welcomes its deliberations. Today's session is important and timely as it comes at the end of the first quarter of the financial year. This therefore gives us an opportunity to take stock of our fiscal performance in Q1 at both levels, and if necessary, take corrective actions to ensure that we're on track in implementing our budgets and offering services as expected by Mwananchi. Your Excellency, to begin with, in this financial year, there's been introduction of numerous new systems at the national level that affect budget implementation, especially for counties. While these systems are meant to be facilitative and improve on the existing practices or processes, we note that, on the contrary, most have also increased administrative bottlenecks. Some of the operations through these systems are not supported by law or cognizant that the governments at either levels, or do not recognize the governments at either levels are distinct and interdependent. We observe that these challenges are due to inadequate preparation, limited sensitization, and delayed integration with existing systems. As a result, countries have faced a difficulty absorbing funds, especially on development, which affects the economy's performance as a whole. There is therefore an urgent need to relook into these systems and how they've been rolled out, and ensure that we're in strict compliance with the Constitution and our laws. Your Excellency,
we need to delve into as we delve into the agenda before us, the Council of Governors is keen on the following. One, to receive progress reports on the identification of attendant resources for transfer to county governments from the delineated functions, which will also form resource allocation for the next financial year. The status on disbursements of funds to counties for equitable share. Counties are owed 36.619 billion, being 36.275 billion for September 2025 allocation and 2.344 billion, a balance from July's disbursement that was based on last year's fiscal year CARA. On additional allocations, we know that there's still a balance of 27.84 billion from the last financial year's County Government Additional Allocation Act. County governments are also yet to receive 6.839 billion from the Kenya Roads Board, RMLF, relating to the financial year 2025 allocation. In this regard, we expect the CS National Treasury to pronounce himself on plans to disburse these funds to counties. On matters of health, functional and well-financed public health facilities are essential in the country's journey towards universal health care and in achieving strategic goals. Besides service provision, county governments have played a vital role in awareness creation, registration of individuals, and even payment of premiums for indigents and capacity building for healthcare providers. We therefore, we appreciate that a lot has been achieved, but we still face some teething problems here and there. We therefore look forward to deliberation on how to improve the SHA reimbursement rate, consistent remittances to SHIV, issuance of tablets to primary healthcare facilities, to facilitate claims, internet connectivity in hospitals, and the distribution of equipment, progression and expediting of the distribution of equipment under the National Equipment Service Program, NESP. Your Excellency, and as Q1 ends, and this will be, I'm sure, reflected by the report of the Controller of Budget at the end of this quarter, counties have not been able to absorb money. Q1 generally is difficult because of the rollover from one fiscal to the next, even without the challenges of e-procurement and the new guidelines suggested by the controller. Generally, Q1 is slow, but this Q1 is disastrous. It's disastrous because we've not been able to spend money at all on account of the challenges that we've had. And Your Excellency, and sometimes we feel that the policymakers think only for